Realizing that he has been absolutely bamboozled, Steven is like, okay, yeah, this is cool. This is totally fine. I'm just gonna kill Magosha. Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I like to watch IP. That's right. The self-declared movie lover loves to watch some IP entertainment sometimes. I like big budget franchises like Fast and the Furious, Superman, and yes, occasionally I do like a Marvel movie. I cannot lie, I am on the hype train for the Thunderbolts, and guess what? I'll say it, I'll be brave. I did like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Some of the shots were really cool, but I do have a problem with IP. For the most part, it's pretty brainless entertainment, if I'm gonna be very honest with you. All of this with the hope of making a billion-dollar movie. Because that's really the standard that, unfortunately, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has set for the entire industry of Hollywood. And is that sustainable? Is sustainability in the room with us now? And I just want to clarify, I am not here to tell you what you should or should not enjoy. All I'm trying to do with this channel is, one, get myself out to the movie theaters, and two, get you either to a movie theater or to learn about a movie that might not be available in a theater near you. Trust me, I grew up in a really small town that only played 6 movies every 2 weeks. And sometimes the movies that I did want to see, I had to drive an extra 30 minutes to go see that movie. The amount of movies where I just knew them through their soundtrack was insane. I could sing every single song to La La Land before I saw a single frame of that movie. That's what it's like to grow up in the Midwest. And so when I see a movie that is a big IP movie, I get a bit of the ick. And I'm really hesitant to engage with it because I'm like, do I want to continue being part of the problem? But then I see that a whole call and response game has formed over TikTok in less than 24 hours since the movie's release, and I go, what in the Rocky Horror Picture Show is going on here, girls? I had to know what the tea is, and so I went to the movies on a Sunday night at 7 p.m. to my local AMC, and I watched a Minecraft movie. While this isn't quote unquote a good movie, it is a movie. When I tell you that this year has been full of stinkers, I mean it is full of stinkers. I created a playlist that has like all my favorite movies that I've reviewed for this channel, and I think there's like a total of 3 movies in there. So yeah, it's been a bit of a snooze this year. But like, Minecraft isn't a snooze fest. This shit rocks. And you know it rocks because this movie is the highest grossing video game adaptation of all time, beating out the previous record holder, which was the Mario Brothers movie, by $1.6 million. That's insane. So far, a Minecraft movie has grossed over $300 million at the global box office, making it the highest grossing movie of this year. And guess what? I am not mad about that. This movie, again, not good, but it is very important and it's entertaining. And I think that's what makes it important. And whether that entertainment comes from Jack Black's complete delivery throughout this entire film, or just like the quotability of the script, which is also directed by the guy who did Napoleon Dynamite and like your favorite quotable movies, or maybe it's just our love for something that's been in our lives for like almost a decade. Minecraft really was that girly pop, and it's hard not to love her. I really feel like I'm Bella in Twilight New Moon, where she's like riding her motorcycle because she's trying to see Edward when she gets into really dangerous situations, and she like runs into a rock, and Jacob comes running after her, takes off his shirt and presses it against her bleeding head, and she's like, "You're sort of beautiful."
How hard did you hit your head?
That's me to the Minecraft movie. So why are people flocking to the movie theaters to watch a Minecraft movie? There's only one way to find out. So let's talk about it. To talk about it, I've decided that a Minecraft movie is a white wine, not a red wine. Controversial, but let's see how it tastes. Let's see. Oh. It's really sharp, really crisp. Not even crisp, it like shocks the palate. Yeah, this feels like the right wine for a Minecraft movie. So you're probably wondering what my relationship with Minecraft is. Well, I did download it onto my iPad Gen 2 and play it only on creative mode, and continually had to restart worlds because I kept losing my house. I have watched my fair share of speedruns. I also really like watching the Dream 4v1 challenges that he does. I was also there when Danny Gonzalez fooled all of us with his 30-minute and 52-second speedrun that wasn't done by him. Mine and 11. All of this is to say that I have like a very general relationship with Minecraft. I get some of the lore behind it. I know the big speedrunners and the big like creators behind it, but like I didn't dedicate my life to Minecraft. Some things will fly by me because I just don't know. Also, during the movie, I got like this little pain in my neck because of how fast this plot is moving. It is moving at a neck break speed. We do not have a moment to breathe because we have 108 minutes to get through, and every moment counts. So let's get into it. The first character we meet is Steve, played by Jack Black. We meet him as a child and he longs for the mines. He's like, I see a mine and I want to be in it. Eventually he grows up and quits his corporate office job to go live his dream. Don't let your dreams be dreams. While he's mining and having the time of his life, he finds that there is an orb of dominance and goes, what is this? Let me just put this in an earth crystal, and boom, a portal has opened to the overworld. He immediately steps in and he's like, this place is nice, and just starts creating anything his heart desires. He even befriends a dog named Dennis. I love this friendship, except it gives us this very awful moment. There's some things that just shouldn't be, and this is one of those moments. Eventually, Steven Minecraft does find another portal and gets it going by going flint and steel. Immediately, Steven walks into another fortress with a bunch of piglins. What a good seed. And within about 2 seconds, Steven is caught by the piglins, and things are not looking good, girls. He is imprisoned by Malgosha, who is a piglin overlord who hates creativity because she was bullied out of her favorite hobby, which was dancing. Let her dance. And now Malgosha wants the orb so she can block out the sun in the overworld and make an eternal night that's ruled by the fear of the monsters. Sound familiar? Does your neck hurt? Well, don't worry. We are only 5 minutes into this movie and we have more exposition to get through, so hold on tight, girly pops. So Steven is captured, but he's like, wait a minute, Dennis, here's the orb. Get out of here. Get out. Skedaddle, dog. Go put it under my waterbed in my house, where it'll be safe. Dennis escapes, but his collar falls off in the overworld. The piglins grab it. Dennis is off into the real world, where he puts the orb under Steven's waterbed, and then it goes to allege house as we pan up to see the title card, a Minecraft movie. So you're probably wondering, does the plan to put the orb of dominance under a waterbed work out? No. All of Steven's stuff gets repossessed because he's been gone and missing for an unknown amount of time, yet this town does not seem worried that a beloved character of their town just disappeared. Sometime later, we get to meet our next character, which is Garrett the Garbage Man Garson, played by Jason Momoa, and one of the worst wigs I have seen since Baby Girl, and I love the pink French jacket, like go off. He was once a prominent gamer boy from the 80s, a la Pixels, but has lost his sparkle and now runs a failed game shop. Or is it a pawn store? A little bit of both. To recoup his losses, the Garbage Man has turned to Storage Wars, which you know, a soundproof business. Really, what could go wrong? And lucky for him, the locker they're bidding on today seems to have a rare game console called the Atari Cosmo, which I did look up and is valued at $7,500 in 2022. Take that for the recession we're currently in, it's probably going to be about $10,000. You're probably also wondering, Alyssa, why is this game console so expensive? And I'll tell you why. It's because it was a prototype that never got released. It got axed and reused and repurposed for another game console. So it's this like super ultra rare console that is apparently in this storage unit with a waterbed and some pickaxes. Wait a minute. I think we know whose storage container this is. Garrett ends up winning the storage unit for $900, which he does not have. I get it. But he's like, this Atari Cosmos is gonna save my life. He opens the box, guess what's in it? Nothing. Well, not nothing. There's a glowing blue orb, but that's not what we want at Girly Pops. You can't sell that for anything. This is just too depressing. Let's go meet another character. We meet Henry, played by Sebastian Eugene Henson, and Natalie, played by Emma Myers, who are moving to Chungless, Idaho after their mother's death. Damn, everyone's having a bad time in this town. Jesus Christ. They meet up with Don, who is played by Danielle Brooks, who is their real estate agent and also has a traveling zoo in her 4-seater car. Somebody call OSHA. So why did Henry and Natalie move to this town that looks like it is stuck in the 90s for the rest of its life? Well, Natalie ended up getting a job at the Chip Town, the only factory in their town, and she's running all their socials, so good for her, she is taking care of business. But this movie isn't for the girls, this is a boy movie. So Henry is our main character, and he's not like other boys. He likes to draw. He likes to be creative. And you know what? You can't fault him for that, good for him. On his way to school, Henry stops at the electronics store to look around and see what's going on, and the garbage man is like, hey, do you want a mentor? I'll be your mentor. But the garbage man gives him his number in a non-creepy way, so that way Henry can call him if he needs him for anything. You know, very casual adult-child relationship. When Henry gets to school, he has to meet up with his principal, who is played by Jennifer Coolidge. Did not know she was in this movie until I sat down and saw it. And all you need to know about her is that she loves pink and she's recently divorced. She's on the market, girly pops. During art class, Henry is called out by his teacher for drawing a still life that's way too good. How dare you let creativity foster? Like, no, follow the rules, stick in the box. Some kid tries to bully Henry about the jetpack on the drawing, and it's like, that would never work in real life. And Henry says, okay, bet. And then builds a full-on jetpack from scraps in the art room. Okay, sure. Unfortunately, kids are dicks, and so they cut the wire that's going to make the jetpack ultimately fail. And so when Henry launches the jetpack, it runs into the giant chip statue that's standing over the town of Chungus, Idaho, like he's Rio de Janeiro's Jesus Christ, which then falls, destroys some of the chip building, and crashes into the river. So not a great first day for anybody. And Jennifer Coolidge is like, you gotta go home because that's straight up a felony. Henry doesn't want to call his sister because this is her first day at work and he kind of messed it up for her. And so he's trying to be a good brother. He's like, I'm gonna call my uncle the garbage man. While the garbage man and Henry are bonding at the electronics store, Henry sees the blue orb and is like, now what is this? He puts it into the earth crystal, the portal opens in the mine, and the orb starts to act like a beacon leading them towards the portal. So how is Natalie handling all of this information? Poorly. Her brother is missing. She calls Dawn because Dawn is literally the only other person she knows in this town, and Dawn takes her phone and is like, he's in the mines. Okay. She's a hacker. We love women in STEM. Everyone pulls up to the mines at the same time and they see this giant glowing blue portal and they're just like, we shouldn't mess with it. But it's too late. The orb sucks Henry through and he is in the overworld. And one by one, we get to see everyone get sucked in. And let me tell you, I love a gag. I love a gag. I love that Jason Momoa gets sucked in. He stands up. Natalie gets thrown in and bounces off of Jason Momoa's body because he's a thick boy. He corn-fed, as we say. And then Dawn gets sucked through and absolutely takes Jason Momoa out. I love to see it because that is the spectrum of womanhood. While they're embracing their new surroundings and not paying attention as a villager slips through the portal into the real world, they're like, this is kind of cool. This is beautiful. And then night arrives. The gang is under attack and things are going poorly, but we do get to see that Henry gets it. He's locked into the game and starts building a little tower that they can all hide in from the monsters. Little does he know, you kind of need candles to keep the monsters from like spawning around you. So like it doesn't work, but we love an effort. And during this whole little chase scene situation, the garbage man does break the earth crystal, which kind of sucks. That's kind of what you need to get back home. So the piglins get word that the orb is back in the overworld, and Maglagosh is like, okay, let's send Steven up there to go get it. She goes to Steven Minecraft and is like, hey, we're gonna let you out to go get the orb. You're gonna get it, bring it back. We love a plan. Steve is like, sure, but like, why would I come back to you with it? And she holds up Dennis's collar and it's like, well, I'll kill him.
Myth.
No, it's true.
That could have gone either way. No!
I love a bitch who lies. That is gaslight gatekeep girl bossing at its finest. Take notes. Because Steven loves Dennis. He's like, got it. I will go get the orb for you so I can save my love. Back with the gang, things are going poorly. They're all at the top of the tower. Nowhere to go. There's a zombie coming towards them. They're like, okay, say your prayers. This is the end. When all of a sudden, Steven arrives.
Who are you?
Steve kind of like lays down the plan. He's like, I need the orb. And Henry's like, cool, I want to go back home. So like, what if the plan was that we go get the earth crystal we need to get back home and then we'll give you the orb? Things are cool. We love it. We have a plan. Let's get this plot in motion. You're also probably asking me, hey, Alyssa, what happened to the villager who snuck into the real world? Well, there's a very minor side plot where the villager gets hit by Jennifer Coolidge in her Jeep Grand Cherokee. And she's like, not again, not for the third time. And they end up going to dinner and falling in love and eventually get married. This movie is so unserious and I'm obsessed with it. Apparently also this whole scene, this whole plot with Jennifer Coolidge and the Villager was a lot more raunchier and for adults, but they realized that this movie was for children, so they cut that shit. But we do have this video clip that will live on in my memory forever.
I mean, I think of all the scenes I've had over the years with different people, different actors, and, you know, all the sex scenes and stuff, I have to say, I think my scene with Nitwit,
That was the one.
really,
Takes the cake.
I mean, I think it's the most attracted I've ever been to a character. Certainly turned on.
Steve takes the gang to the nearby village where he's kind of like decked it out hardcore, where he has like this little delicacy called lava chicken. We also get an iconic moment where we see a pig with a crown, and Henry is like, is he a king? And Steve's like, no. He's a legend. Honestly, the best way to honor Technoblade. We love that. R.I.P. Also, points for the actor who played Henry because he's the one that suggested that may get into the movie. Not the directors, not the producers, not the screenwriters, but a boy who loves Minecraft. We get to see a little crafting, a little mining, mostly some Minecrafting. When all of a sudden, I hear this agitated, grating voice. Turns out Malgosha was like, Steven's lied to me. I'm gonna kill him. And she sends General Chungus to go after him. They could not think of another name besides Chungus for all these like tiny little details. And again, this movie is deeply unserious. The pig fight ends up separating the boys from the girls, and we get one of the most unserious moments in this entire movie. Steven puts the elytra on both Henry and Garbage Man. Henry is off flying. Garbage Man jumps off, and before he flies, Steve is like, oh, I don't have any wings. So he jumps on the back of the Garbage Man like he's baby Sasquatch, riding him into the sunset. It gets worse. As they're running from the gas and the piglins, they have to make it through this tiny little hole in a wall, and so they 69 to get through the wall. Call Lady Gaga's Fame Monster because I am speechless. When I saw that in the movie theater, I said, so this is the kind of movie we're here for? All right. I'm locked in. Back with the girls, Natalie and Dawn get their one sentence of character development. When Dennis shows up, Dawn tames him, and life is great because she's got those skills. She is Fauna, and I'm jealous. Back with the guys, they plan to go to the Woodland Mansion to get the secondary Earth Crystal that is just apparently there. Apparently that's where you find Earth Crystals. And so they go through a mine, and Garbage Man is like, I really need some money to take back into the real world to help my career flourish. Give me some diamonds. Because he has stolen the orb, Steve feels like he has no choice and takes him through the mines. It was a bad decision because guess who's hot on their trail? Yeah. Turns out Malgosha has a bigger hog to send their way. I hate that I said that. But the character's name is the Great Hog, so like, what else can I say? They're getting chased in the mines. The Garbage Man doesn't get his diamonds. They're taking a minecart through everything, but then they run out of track, and they're just like, oh, where are we in the dark? Why do I hear hissing noises? They pull out a torch. Oh my god, they're in a creeper farm. I need one of you guys to explain to me like what the purpose of a creeper farm is, because I don't think I understand it fully. They eventually make it through and just start slapping some creepers as they're going along, which then sets off in a giant explosion that stops the Great Hog from getting them. So the boys are safe. And would you look at that? They're also at the Woodland Mansion now. Wow. We love to see it. So here is the plan, girls and boys. The child is going to go upstairs to the 3rd level and look through a bunch of chests while avoiding Endermen to find the Earth Crystal, while the adults go downstairs to play a little song and dance to distract all the pillagers. What could go wrong? Obviously, everything goes wrong, but we do get another iconic moment. Say it with me. Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Let's go, chicken jockey! Yes, start a pumper, let's go! Let's go! Chicken jockey! Grab him now! Chicken jockey! Chicken jockey! Chicken jockey!
You then get to see Jason Momoa fight a baby zombie on a chicken for 5 minutes. I have no notes. Henry is going through every single chest except for the one that's in the middle of the room. And when he eventually does open it, it's the Earth Crystal. And I'm like, okay, so you wasted so much time. I love that for you. And then I go, he is 12. I should have more patience. But as soon as he gets the Earth Crystal, an Enderman shows up behind him. And Henry's like, ooh, I'm gonna look directly in its eyes just like Steven told me not to do. Apparently, when you look into the eyes of an Enderman, he shows you your worst anxieties come to life. But Henry is like, I'm well adjusted and have grieved my mother's death properly. I don't need any of this. And then kills the Enderman and gets an Ender Pearl. I love Henry. I respect this child. With an earth crystal in hand and the chicken jockey absolutely crying in the corner, the gang of guys escape the Woodland Mansion and are stuck on a bridge because there's a bunch of piglins and gas at them now. Worst case scenario. Malgosha is able to take the orb out of Henry's hands and sends it up into the sky to black out the entire sun for their overworld, making it eternal night. Henry and Stephen are able to basically platform onto an empty gas and kind of control it. And the garbage man's like, I gotta stop them from getting to you. Get out of here. And then the bridge explodes. No time to warn the Wicked Girls, we gotta run. The piglins are after us. We then get another chase scene that ends with Henry and Stephen using the water bucket trick to escape and land safely by a cute cow. But they are out for the count. When they come back to it, they're like, where am I? Why am I in this beautifully aesthetic mushroom house? Turns out Natalie and Don are back in the movie. We love women in film. And who is that in the corner? Oh my god, you guys. It's Dennis. Dennis. Realizing that he has been absolutely bamboozled, Stephen is like, okay. Yeah. This is cool. This is totally fine. I'm just gonna kill Malgosha. Do you guys love that I can't say her name properly at all and it's been pronounced differently every single time I've said it throughout this entire video? That's called consistency. So here's the new plan. We are going to have an all-out war with the piglins. We are going to fight Malgosha, and then we're going to send the child up to get the Orb of Dominance and make sure that he ends the eternal night, brings back the suns, and sends you back home. Sounds good? Anyone have any questions? None? Perfect. As I say, first you gotta mine, then you gotta craft. Let's Minecraft. Natalie and Henry get to build some iron golems, which is the coolest thing ever. And to make it even cooler, they build the iron golem of swiftness. And guys, I'm gonna say honestly, the golem fight's pretty awesome. We get to see the golem of swiftness fight the giant hog, and it is like Megatron versus Optimus Prime levels of greatness.
We were brothers once.
Like, it is cinema. It is a fight worth watching on its own. Stephen Minecraft, iced out in full diamond armor, goes to fight Malgosha, and it's fine. I'd rather watch the Iron Golem fight going on downstairs. Henry launches the Ender Pearl up to the platform where the Orb of Dominance is, gets up there, gets a little stool, stands up to reach the orb, when a gasp fireballs the child. Can we not kill a child, please? Then, from far right, a gas swoops in with this man with beautiful locks of brown hair and a pink fringed jacket. That's right. The garbage man ain't dead. Hell yeah, brother. And honestly, I'm a big fan of this like little character development moment because I really love to see a father-son relationship that's healthy on screen. The garbage man really was like, I saw you were losing and I want to see you win, son. Henry reaches the orb, grabs it, the eternal night is over, and all of the piglins start to turn to stone. As Malgosha starts to turn to stone, she's like, Stephen, I got to tell you something. And then tries to stab him 3 times with a knife. 3 times. A bad bitch until the end, and you gotta respect it. As everyone is saying goodbyes, Stephen tells Dennis that he's gonna miss him because he's going to go live with Dawn in the real world. How does that make sense? Stephen, you went through this entire ordeal to save your friend Dennis just to give him away? What the fuck, man? The worst part is that Dennis is gonna be a part of her animal farm. Before Henry enters the real world, he's like, hey, Stephen, you wanna come home with us? That's right, because yes, Stephen is the second father figure to Henry. That's right, Henry has 2 dads. Learning to embrace his love of the craft IRL, Henry starts taking up inventing a little bit more and actually builds a jetpack that works. You'll love to see it. Dawn does open her animal farm, which I don't love. Apparently Natalie had a realization, a real awakening while she was in the Minecraft world and has opened up a self-defense studio in Chungus. Teach those Mormons how to fight. Stephen and Garbage Man develop a video game that absolutely rocks the socks off the world and now run a successful video game store. And they serenade us with a song as we cut to credits, a Minecraft movie. Look, again, this is not a good movie, but it is a fun movie. Just recapping it, I'm just like, I remembered every single moment that happened in this movie. It is seared into my brain. I'm never gonna forget this experience. After a year of just absolute stinkers and snoozers, I will take brainless entertainment because at least I feel something at the movie theater. Sure, most of it was reactions of confusion, but then I learned to let go and just embrace whatever the fuck was happening on screen. I put my brain on cruise control and really said, make me laugh. And laugh I did. Is there a plot? Yes. Is it moving a mile a minute? Yes. Are the wrong scenes too long and the right scenes too short? Yes. Is there character growth? Yes. Do you get to see it? No. And does it make any sense? I don't care, because at least for 108 minutes, the child with no shoes on next to me, and the 12, 20-year-olds enjoying nostalgia for the first time, were all in unison laughing at the screen as Jack Black continued to sing a little song, as we saw some really unhinged CGI moments, and we watched Jennifer Coolidge fall in love with a villager. And I think that is what brings us all together, and I'm here for it. And if I'm gonna take anything away from the Minecraft movie, I'm gonna take away the fact that this is a movie made for the new generation of moviegoers. It's made for the children who are dragging their parents to the movies to go watch a movie that they are excited for. It's the 20-year-olds next to me who got to experience nostalgia for something they grew up with. So instead of making another Street Fighter movie, focus on IP that people love, like Five Nights at Freddy's or Animal Crossing. I would love to see Tom Nook get taken down. I hate owing him so many bells. Every generation deserves to see themselves on screen through the media that they love. I mean, I grew up with Madagascar, which Unhinged, and Shrek, and all these other things that, in retrospect, are kind of terrible. But I loved them. I didn't care if they were bad. I still don't care if they were bad. They were for me, and I knew that, and I embraced it. I felt for the first time that I was building connections with my generation through entertainment, and that's kind of incredible. I think the last time the younger generation got that experience was with the Minion movie, and that was in 2022. Was it in 2022? Could this movie have been better? Sure. But I think that isn't the point. I don't think we should be all doom and gloom about this movie being a box office hit. Instead, we should celebrate that people are going to the movies to build culture around something they love. All this to say is that I'm gonna give a Minecraft movie a C+. Guys, it's a bad movie. It's a bad movie. Don't go for anything more than entertainment. Just again, smooth brain it, hardcore. But that is my reaction and recap of a Minecraft movie. If you have any thoughts about the movie, let me know about them in the comments below. As always, leave a like, comment, subscribed. I'm also doing my first reactions to all the movies that I'm watching over on my TikTok, so you can go check that out if you like as well. The next movie that I will be breaking down here on this channel is Hell of a Summer, which is the new Finn Waldorf movie. It's his directorial debut. It's a slasher. I'm into it. But I think the next movie I'm watching in theaters is Warfare. So I love Alex Garland. I'm so amped for 28 years later. It's gonna be so good. Until next time, bye.
Flint and steel, chick and jockey, I am still